And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Previously unsealed court documents are showing a new side to a convicted killer, and he is Daniel Perry. Perry was convicted 2 weeks ago of shooting and killing a Black Lives Matter protester. That protester you see there is Garrett Foster. The two collided in Austin during the protests that erupted after George Floyd's death. Now, after Perry's conviction, Governor Greg Abbott immediately said he wanted Perry pardoned for the crime, meaning the governor wanted the man to walk free. But did the governor know he was campaigning for what appears now to be a bloodthirsty racist? According to documents just released by the prosecutor in Austin, Perry posted racist posts online as well as text messages months before the shooting. Take a look at this. One of them reads, "It is official. I am a racist because I do not agree with people acting like animals at a zoo." He went on to compare Black Lives Matter protesters to monkeys. He also said, "I may have to kill a few people on my way to work, as well as I will only shoot protesters in front and push the pedal to the metal," meaning for the rest. So let's talk about it. Joining me here in the studio, State Representatives Ron Reynolds and Jolanda Jones, and also political analyst Angela Box. So, Angela, seeing that and those text messages, do you think the governor should still push for a pardon? Obviously, this is not the governor's decision. There is a board that will handle that. But your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, this is what the left always does. They try to bring race into everything. What is going on here is that
Wait, real quick.
Hang on a minute. This has nothing to do with his text messages.
He just said, "I'm a racist."
No.
Yeah. He said, "I'm a racist," and Black Lives Matter is monkeys.
Black Lives Matter.
And he want to shoot Muslims in Europe.
Yeah,
Black Lives Matter, in my opinion, is a race-hustling, grifting organization. They foment rage among people. They go out and they encourage rioting and looting and assaulting police officers and all the things they did. And what is amazing to me is that the prosecutor here, this Jose Garza person, who is a Soros-funded prosecutor, he is now having to desperately release these text messages because the governor's 100% right. This Black Lives Matter protester is the whitest guy in Austin, by the way. He's literally translucent. He put an AK-47 in the guy's window and threatened his life as Black Lives Matter psychopaths are surrounding his car. And you're sitting here and telling me that this guy didn't have a right to defend himself? His text messages have zero to do with the case. Governor Abbott should pardon this man, and he will pardon this man.
All right, Jolanda, go ahead.
So, first of all, everything Angela's doing is using Republican talking points. Let me be clear, and don't interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you.
You did a little.
Right? No, I did not. But let me be clear. What Governor Abbott is doing is just flat out wrong. The guy is racist. He's admitted that he's a racist. But what is really scary to me is that he's trying to undo the judicial system here. It is not, governors do not go and ask the Board of Pardons and Paroles to look into it so that I can, you know, pardon him. That's not how it happens. The process is, once you're convicted, you get sentenced. So dude hasn't even been sentenced yet. And then after you get sentenced, whatever that is, if he thinks the jury system was wrong, then he needs to go through the appeal process. And the only time the governor ordinarily comes and does that, which is never for people who look like us, most times. Stop whining. In any case, because I'm gonna need some cheese, brie, and grapes to go with it. But in any case, after you've exhausted your appeals process, then they go and maybe try to get you pardoned. And most people don't get pardoned. But it's offensive to me that he's a racist. He doesn't like Muslims. He doesn't like black people. He calls black people animals and monkeys, whatever. Keep whining, because I'm about to give me some wine right now for you and brie and cookies and all this other kind of stuff. But it's very bothersome to me that the governor is politicizing this.
Oh my God.
And I'm curious to see, after everything comes out, and it's not desperate that it was released.
It was totally
the truth
desperate.
is what it is, right? He posted it, so.
All right, State Representative Ron Reynolds.
I want to come back with this.
Isaiah, I'm outraged because it was an insult that Governor Abbott wanted to pardon him in the first place. This was a man that was duly convicted by a jury of 12 of his peers. He was convicted, as Jolanda Jones stated. Then we find out on top of that, the jury didn't even have this evidence, this massive evidence that this man is an admitted racist. This guy is a piece of scum, and Governor Abbott didn't come out and say, hey, based on this newly found evidence, I am not going to support a pardon. He has said nothing. And so I'm really sick and tired of Governor Abbott catering to the MAGA extremists and not realizing that there are more African Americans in Texas than any other state in this country. He's definitely appealing to the far-right base because this was a man that was convicted for killing a man at a Black Lives Matter protest who has a black fiance. So let's be real. Jolanda Jones, I agree with you. He would not have done this if this man was not at a Black Lives Matter protest or if this man was African American. So this is a travesty of justice. This is an abuse of Governor Abbott's power. This is unprecedented. This is putting his thumb on the board of pardons and paroles, which he appoints these people, Isaiah. These are the people that he appoints. And so there's no reason for this to happen.
The reason that Governor Abbott is doing this is because the prosecutor left out exculpatory evidence against Daniel Perry because he is a source-appointed DA. The jury was made up of Austin lunatics who, again, we're not given all the information. That is why Governor Abbott is stepping in. This is a serious Brady violation, and as a lawyer, you should know better. You should know that a prosecutor is not allowed to leave out exculpatory evidence against a defendant, and that's exactly what Jose Garza did, who was funded by George Soros. And Governor Abbott absolutely needs to do this.
We only have like 20 seconds.
Let me be clear. There is no exculpatory evidence.
Absolutely
there was a jury that saw everything. They heard everything. Girl, be quiet.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Quiet. No, you don't. And you're not a lawyer. Last time I heard. Last time I heard, you're not a lawyer. And he's gonna be sentenced. Right? And what you do is you just say inflammatory stuff so you can be on TV.
It's not inflammatory.
It absolutely is. In any case, the prosecutor did what he did. The jury deliberated for over 15 hours after hearing 2 weeks of testimony.
That's right.
And this racist stuff that we now know about, the jury didn't even know about.
That's right.
So if the prosecutor was trying to shove stuff, then they would have let it out.
Shoving an AK-47 in our face.